Hey lovelies, I'm Queen Lovely. Welcome back to my channel. So this will definitely be an Ask Queen Lovely astrology edition. So make sure you pull up a seat and get ready to learn, okay? So I got an email from a lovely. She didn't say whether or not she wants to be kept anonymous, so I'll just keep it anonymous. But she's a Libra sun, a Libra North Node, a Libra Chiron, and Mercury, and she has her Saturn in Aries. Now, what's interesting is she has Aries in her seventh house, and I'm gonna put her chart on the screen in a moment. She has Aries in her seventh house of relationships, partnerships, and marriage, which is naturally governed by Libra, which is the sister sign to Aries. And she has Virgo in Libra occupying her first house, which is the natural house for, like, self. It's your physical appearance, it's your personality, and it's also where your chart ruler is, which is the natural house of Aries. Okay, so she has the two signs in their opposite houses. And she basically wrote me and said that, like, she wants me to look at her chart and give her an idea of what she can look forward to in the future as it pertains to love and relationships, because she's starting to get discouraged as she gets older because the men are not courting her properly. They're not really showing interest, and she's old school. And then, she lives in a small town in Florida, and she's also part of the LGBTQ plus community. So there are a lot of things that she feel like is hindering her. So we're gonna get into her chart. I could just say off rip, honey, you're about to go through an inverse nodal return, followed by your Saturn return. And the North Node is going to be in your seventh house of relationships starting in a matter of days, on the 22nd, I think. That's when the North Node will be in your seventh house. So don't be surprised if you end up in a relationship. But before we get into the full breakdown answering that question, I just want to remind you all that if you want to book a session with me, be sure to look at the comment that's pinned as well as what's in the description box. And also be sure to take advantage of some of my services that I still have marked down. Most of my prices are back to normal, but I still have the email consultation where you can ask 5 questions for $45. And if you want a life purpose report where I look to your midhaven, which is your professional development, your Saturn, which is your karma, your nodes, which is your soul purpose, and last but certainly not least, your Chiron, which is the wounded healer, how you pay it forward while you're healing and navigating your trauma. For under $40, it's a really good deal. You get about a 2-page written report, and it's very detailed, and it's most popular. So that's why I've left that marked down. And if you want to purchase spiritual life coaching packages with me, as you can see on the screen, these are marked down as well. Okay. So don't forget to take advantage of that before I put all the prices back to normal. And let's get into the chart. So the first thing that I want to bring attention to is that your desire for a relationship has always been on point with your North Node. With you having your North Node at the 7th degree of Libra, this definitely puts emphasis on this energy, because 7 deals with the 7th house, which is where Libra naturally resides. But it also deals with that Neptunian energy, which can be about, like, romanticizing and, having this idealization about wherever that Neptunian energy is showing up, because it deals with the imagination. And you have this in your first house. Now, I know astrology can be a bit nuanced to the point where you feel like it's contradictory, because to have a Libra North Node in the first house, where that's the natural ruling house of your South Node, because you have Aries on the South Node. So that means your Aries South Node is in the 7th house, which is the natural ruler for that North Node. It can create some confusion, but here, I'm going to give you some help so that you can learn how to navigate this energy. Like I've said several times, activating that North Node energy and integrating it into your journey of self-development, ascension, and evolution, it's all about looking at the positive traits that, nicely mesh well with the traits of the sign that's on the North Node. And keep in mind, it's a spectrum. So it's like Libra's on one side of the spectrum, Aries is on another side of the spectrum, but it's still the same spectrum. So Libra energy is going to carry some of that Aries energy, while Aries energy is going to carry some of that Libra energy, because they're direct opposites in their sister signs. So with you having your Libra North Node in the first house, Libra deals with relationships, right? Libra deals with partnerships, right? Libra deals with contracts, it deals with agreements, it deals with balance, it deals with justice. So when you have that in the first house, and that's where your North Node is, this is your karmic mission. That means that in this lifetime, you are meant to really work on the relationship with yourself. That is meant to be your first priority. The marriage is gonna come. You're going to have the marriage, especially with you having Saturn and Aries in the seventh house. I will say, to have Saturn in the seventh house, that can slow down the process of love coming in, because Saturn slows everything down, but Saturn also deals with things getting better over time. You understand what I'm saying? So, and you also have that at the second degree, which once again, that's that moon energy and that's that Taurus energy. To have Saturn in your seventh house and it's directly opposite your Chiron, that means that whatever relationship you get into, and even if it's like a long-standing partnership or marriage, it's going to be really powerful, my love. And it's going to teach you a lot of lessons. But most importantly, I see it helping you to clear up some generational karma and break some generational curses. Okay. This relationship is going to, and it may be a multitude of relationships, right? Because it may also be like, some casual friendships and partnerships you get into as well. But it's going to help you to restore your faith and shift and evolve your perspective as it pertains to that topic. um so that is that. Another thing is going back to you developing a relationship with yourself. Libras, especially Libra women, it's very easy for them being, because I feel like a relationship is this: you're your person, the person that you're with is their person, and then which I create combined is a separate entity that contains you as a person and that person as a person. Many people don't see relationships as that, especially if you're depending on this relationship to like fill a void or complete you. When it comes to Libra women, I often observe that a lot of Libra women fixate themselves on being in partnerships and relationships, because yes, you may feel like you're at your best when you're in a relationship, and I could see that because Libra is the sign of collaboration. But remember, there's always that undertone of the opposite sign, Aries, which is all about individuality. And as Aries prepares to make its way on the North Node, you're about to have an inverse nodal return where the South Node will be in your first house and the North Node will be in your seventh house. So don't be surprised if over the next year and a half you find that you're doing a lot of work on your self development and getting more comfortable and grounded with that. And in the midst of that happening, a relationship that's aligned with that evolved person comes along. Saturn is all about perfect timing, and your Saturn is at a very early degree. So I am going to make a prediction that it's very possible towards the very end, when the North Node is preparing to enter Pisces. And what would that be? 2025, I want to say, like the top of 2025. um it's around that time where something may activate in the romance department, in the relationship department, in the agreement department that is faded. So, be patient. Be patient. Allow this inverse nodal return to happen. This is going to be an opportunity for you to really tap into this Aries energy so that you can better activate this Libra North node that's taking place in your first house. The South node is going to be here to basically bring up that gook of like, what is it that you've been kind of being passive about as it pertains to your self development? Are you really putting yourself out there? And it's interesting because you have Capricorn, you have Sagittarius in Capricorn in your fourth house. Girl, it may be time to move. I don't know your situation, but with the Capricorn being here, I can see where you can feel restricted and feel limited because Capricorn is governed by Saturn and Saturn deals with that. But honey, you also have Sagittarius here. So this can deal with you moving abroad. This can deal with you going to travel a lot and finding a place abroad, or maybe moving to a place that's more diverse and has a lot of different cultures. Okay. And this could be the case right now. Like, even though you live in a small town, it could still be a diverse town. Um, so be very mindful of that. And Saturn has been in your sixth house of everyday activity and is currently retrograding. So there's a lot of things that's taking place in your chart right now that's creating this illusion that, like, oh, it's never going to happen because it's not happening now. But that's not the case. The generational planets are just like in retrograde and transitioning from one sign to another. So, it's a good time not to, like, make any moves. Just, be mindful of that. Um, Another thing is Jupiter at the ninth degree of Capricorn. Jupiter in Capricorn can bring about relationships for superficial reasons. So that's good that you already have that energy with you where you're like, I've been offered relationships, but I didn't want to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship, because that's Jupiter in Capricorn, the same way Venus and Capricorn can have that energy too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I have to offer for this Ask Queen Lovely segment. And once again, if you would like to, book your own reading, this is my site right here. Look to the pinned comment as well as the description box. And I hope y'all all have a great day. And if you would like to be featured possibly on the next segment, make sure to shoot me an email. And I'm gonna be very honest. Some of y'all have sent me emails with like very vague questions. And yeah, so be mindful of that. And some of y'all sent me emails and y'all didn't put y'all birthday. And because this is free, I'm not going to double back. So make sure y'all double check y'all emails. And full disclosure, just because you send me an email, that does not mean that I'm automatically going to make a video about it. For some of y'all, I've already responded to the video because I was just able to do it right away. But some of the questions are not respectfully like video worthy. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all have a great day. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Bye.